Okay, so energy speed dating. It says a real love match. We're looking at how energy is run in the United States. And the essential question is, can America run on only one form of energy and be sustainable? Explain, giving some pros and cons of your favored energy source. So you're going to create an energy dating profile to be featured on www.environmentallyfriendly.com, which is not a real website, okay? All of this is not real. You're not really dating, but you are taking on the personality of someone who is dating if you were an energy source. So, name of the source. So we're going to give you an option to choose which energy source you want to be. Then there's a screen name. So what is an example of a screen name? You internet savvy, social media people, what is a screen name? How is it different from your name?
You guys can talk to us. Unmute yourself. You can talk to us.
I'm about to unmute all of them.
We're like, it's Monday morning. Let's have some interactions.
Oh no, let me mute again.
Someone's having some breakfast.
Sorry, Ms. Vanderin.
It's okay.
So a screen name should have, well, what do you think, Ms. Bannerman or Ms. Shaw Howard or Ms. Doja Sanchez? How is a screen name going to be different than your regular name?
So generally when you're making a screen name, it's some qualities about yourself, right? So I could use Alicia Bannerman as my screen name, but you want to make something that's kind of catchy, maybe tells a little bit about yourself, shows a little personality.
Mm-hmm. So I don't want to give you guys too many examples because, if we give an example, then that means that you can't use it. So if I'm not talking about energy and I'm talking about an inanimate object like a couch, like I'm sitting on right now, if I were to make a screen name for me being a couch, I would be sectional confectional or something like that. so it's something that will describe
Or comfy cushion.
Comfy cushion, lazy boy, not me, or something like that, so that you know that it's connected to what I am, which would be a couch. So if you were an energy source, go ahead and apply that. So the different energy sources are solar, tidal. We're doing tidal?
Yeah.
Solar, tidal, nuclear. Are they on here?
Wind.
Oh, you have it. I'm trying to scroll.
No, I don't. Is it on here? I'm sorry. No, it wasn't listed on here because I think we had them choose separately.
Oh, okay. So we need to give them the list of what they are. I can put them in the chat.
Yeah.
So there's all the different types of energy sources, and you are going to need to choose one. And your screen name should be indicative of that specific energy source. So solar. All right, you can continue while I go look for the document that has them all on there.
Okay, so once you choose your screen name, then you are going to have a profile picture because any of your social medias are always profiles are always going to have a profile picture. So you are going to draw your source of energy and how it generates electricity or how it fuels a vehicle, etc. Right? So all of these different types of energy sources are going to provide us with some sort of energy. And so you're going to draw your source. So you have to do a little bit of research here and figure out how your source actually creates energy. Okay. So from the wind blowing, how does the wind blowing end up creating energy that I can use when I go to my light switch and flip it and then the lights come on? Like, how is that wind converted into energy? So once you find that out, you're going to draw that process and that's going to be your profile picture. Okay. Then you're going to create a pickup line. So what a pickup line is.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us what a pickup line is? Because we had a little confusion last time that we did this with what exactly a pickup line was.
You want me to tell you?
Sure.
Oh, no.
You don't have to give us a
No.
pickup line, but what is a pickup line?
Usually it's cheesy and it's just trying to get your attention.
Right. It's just like a cheesy line that you would say to someone if you're trying to get their attention and want them to talk to you, right? So, like, okay, so I think of Will Smith from Prince. Like, girl, you must be tired because you've been running through my mind all day long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, are you
I have one.
did it hurt when you fell from heaven? You know, like something cheesy. Go ahead, tell us.
Did it hurt when you fell from the vending machine? Because, girl, you a snack.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So those are pickup lines, right? Just something cheesy to get the attention of somebody else. Okay. So, but for your pickup line, you have to think about what energy source you are. Okay. So your pickup line should relate to your energy source.
I put them in there. They look crazy though.
I was like, what happened? Maybe
I
we should
think
put them all together again.
like it was in
A document.
a Google document, I guess, and so all the fields just went in there. Like, oh no. So there's, wind, solar, wind, nuclear, hydroelectric, tidal, natural gas, geothermal, biomass, coal, petroleum. Were those all the ones we used?
I think so, yeah.
I think we added. There might be, we may have taken some,
Mhm.
but those are fine. So we understand the screen name. The screen name is in the likelihood of whatever type of topic you decide. Your profile picture, you draw a source and pickup line, and then you're describing yourself. So what makes you a really good catch? So what you're trying to do is convince your audience, who is your date, that your energy source is the best one to use for America. Okay. And so in that part is where you're going to give an advantage to that energy source. For example, wind energy is very renewable. So the reason why it would be a good catch is because it won't run out. Okay. Can't use that one because I just gave you an example. What sparks, I'm just kidding, you guys. If you have wind, then you know that is true. What sparks your flame? So how is it processed? How is the energy being created? That's what you're going to say. But please, 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 please make this as creative as possible. if we were giving you a research paper, we would say research paper, but we are doing a dating profile. So that adds creativity. And there's a little bit more of a stretch in your imagination on this, okay? The tell me more. Where is your power source mined or produced? Okay, so that one's pretty general. What are your hobbies? So relay information about your type of energy source and be creative. We cannot stress that this needs to be a creative endeavor. How do you make your mark on the earth? So are there any problems with it, or is it helpful for the future of the earth? It all depends on which energy source you decide. Something that you're not proud of, so a disadvantage. So, you know, if there's a disadvantage about making your mark on the earth, that might be the same disadvantage of something you're not proud of. But most of the time you can find something different for each one.
Guys, go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I was going to put an example.
We want you to make this look like a profile. So like if I went to Facebook right now and pulled up a profile from any person, that's what we want this to look like. So we don't just want you to take this piece of paper and type your answers in and be done with it. We want you to really create it and make it look like a profile, okay? So if you want to like make a site or take your Word document or publisher and turn it into an actual dating profile for your energy source, that's what we want you to do. The more creative, the better.
So I shared one here, though there's 3 different ones. I didn't have any guy ones because for some reason the students were like, he's creepy. No, he's not. It's just a dating profile. So it's like Maria, the girl doesn't stop. So that was a reference from her best friend. Excellent in and she flosses from her dentist. She's not as crazy as she looks. Her ex-boyfriend. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So Betty Davis from All About Eve. Okay, so Betty didn't say that. So this is basically giving an idea of who she is. Okay, Fiona, love guacamole, the original Star Wars movie, laughing with someone in the corner of the crowded. Oh, and I hate squirrels. Don't let those little punks trick you. They're just fluffier rats. So what about you? So basically this is just some examples I pulled from not real life people, but Google. So if you wanted to Google dating profile, there's pictures and examples of a lot of different dating profiles that you can include. So what would be up here instead of a picture of a girl if you're doing your project? Let's say if you're doing solar energy, what would be up here instead of this girl in this college shirt?
The sun.
Boring. What about the sun? Like what sort of thing? Yes, the sun would be a good start. Was that Katie? The sun would be a good start. But what else? Like to make it maybe a little more attractive. Because these pictures are all pretty attractive, right? There's a lollipop, there's a cool little background, there's some popping things. So if you just do a sun, nobody's gonna want to date you.
And remember, this is about how you create energy, right? So you're trying to attract someone to your energy source. So think about like what you're supposed to have for your profile picture.
Mm-hmm. And then also your sun, and once you guys get into your research, wind energy, you would have to probably do a picture of like actually what it is that's creating it, because it's not just you get the energy from the wind or you get the energy from the sun coming down. Like there's actual, processes that happen. So you might want to show that in your picture or some sort of structure or personify that structure. That'd be cool.
Darnell said an open field with multiple solar generators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stop share that. And Ms. Bannerman, what can you share the other one? What else was there on there that we need to? address for the assignment at the bottom, I think.
Okay, so from your dating profile, students should be able to learn the following about you. So how you make energy, the advantages of using your energy source, okay? Why is it good to use yours versus somebody else's? The disadvantages, because not all energy sources are just purely good things. There are some issues, okay? The environmental impact. So how does your source affect the environment? Make sure that you have your information about your energy and it's easily understandable. So as you guys are on Google or whatever, getting your research, make sure you know what those things mean and make sure you convert them into your easy language so that people can understand it, okay? No copying and pasting. Make sure you put it in your own words.
And are we giving them those articles to read through also?
Oh yeah, we'll send the articles as well.
We can send those articles. So, and the big thing is that this is going to be actually presented here via Zoom next week. Yay. So this is not going to be oh, let me just turn this in and then give me my credit. You are going to need to show up in speed dating mode on Monday of next week. Okay. So we will allow you can have a document or you can have a physical. I think it should be, well, if you're drawing, however you're going to create it, you need to be able to show it to everyone in the Zoom. Okay. So you can share your screen if it's a document like me and Ms. Bannerman have been doing, or you can hold it in front of your square.
Sure. Oh, you can't see because I'm sharing my screen. I was like holding one for you.
So you just have to think of what's going to be the best way for you to be speed dating, and everyone's going to have their own document so that they can write down the information about your specific profile. Okay. And at the end, we'll all decide if we were actually able to get a gist of who you are and what energy source you represented. So you want to make sure that that's very clear. Are there any questions about that part?
And we will send you some articles that we pulled as reference that you can kind of start there in terms of researching. And then if you need some more information, then you can do some internet research as well. But we have some pretty good articles that give you some good information.
Yeah, good overview of your specific of all of them. And then you're gonna probably need to go a little bit further with your specific type. But now is a really good time to do that, because I think I mentioned last week that energy is down, which is a good thing for the earth, but also, you know, there's a lot of controversy going on now with why they're trying to open up businesses again, is because the oil industry is really, really suffering from us not being able to drive around, and companies not able to ship and send things to the different businesses. So there should be a lot of really cool current findings, resources that we wouldn't be able to provide for you. So make sure that you're using a lot of current events for that as well. Okay, any questions? This is where the rubber hits the road, y'all. The questions. Please don't get off of Zoom and then start trying to ask questions when we're right here available with all the experts. Shaw Howard, Miss Sanchez, Miss Nett, Miss Bannerman, all of us are here to help you.
Okay, so I have a question about the choices. So yes, the choices that we listed, so solar, tidal, nuclear, wind, geothermal, hydroelectric, natural gas, biomass, coal, and petroleum. Those are all your energy sources that you can choose for as your power source. So if you want to message me and let me know which one you want to choose for your project, I'll put it down. But you are free to choose from any one of those as your source, your power source to research. So you guys can pop me a message and tell me what you want. Okay. My phone.
I'm gonna put the choices again.
So Anthony Darnell, I got you guys down.
Xavius.
I love it. Love the emojis.
I'm looking for Evelyn with hers. She always has good ones.
I know. Edwin, Lasavius, I got you guys. Sanaya.
Katie on solar. Gotcha.
Evelyn Nuclear. Okay.
Okay, Luis.
Oh, well. That's maybe not.
I'm confused.
I know, me too. Okay. Because the whole time I thought maybe me.
I think so. But I'm like, not quite sure.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
We good? I mean, I see some people in here who haven't chosen, and it might behoove you to choose now before we get off, just in case. But Ms. Bannerman, if they don't, can they send it?
They can send me a remind or
I'm gonna send this out in remind and tell them to respond with a topic. So it's not like 100% necessary, but it would be best to go ahead and get some in now. Did you get on
Sean? Yes, I have you. Geothermal.
Geothermal. So I'm excited about next
I know.
guys. You just make sure that you got your stuff ready to go, and
Yes.
we'll have a little bit of fun before the semester is all the way over.
Yeah, you guys have been working super hard. My first and second, I think all your grades are updated with the exception of a couple of you that I sent messages to that I still need some things from. Third period, I'm working on you as soon as we get off of the Zoom. And then I'll shoot you a message when it's updated, but it shouldn't take very long.
Second period people. Third period kicking your butt. Sorry. But if you have friends in second period, please tell them. I mean, I know you guys are smarter just because as a whole, the grades are a lot higher, but at the same time, work needs to be turned in. So if you have people in here who are slacking, not in here, but people outside of here slacking, please spread the word that if you're in my second period, you need to start getting it going because it's kind of embarrassing for you.
If it's any of mine that haven't, if you guys have just been working, and you look in Synergy and there's no grades, that means that you guys haven't been submitting. You have to put it in the Dropbox. And for some of you guys who have been working and submitting, you may check your comments if it's blank because we didn't put in anything in Synergy that would lower your grade from the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
So if you did it, and even if you did a good job on it, if I put it in and it dropped your grade, then I took it out and I just put it in the comment. So if you don't see an actual grade, go look at the comments to see what you made. And that's why it's not in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so if you are the mouth, tell them they need to join teams and all the assignments are in there. Not helping people set that up anymore because we've already been through that. But yes, all the work is in teams. And the grades are for first period. Those are updated. Second period for sure. Third period is I'm still working on it because those kids are working really, really hard. It's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so any questions before we leave, Miss Shaw Howard? Anything to say, Miss? Anything?
No, other than to make sure that everything you include is about your topic,
Yes.
not personal, but your topic.
Mm-hmm.
No,
yes.
personal.
Yes, the dating profile is about your energy source, not about you. Okay, so you take on the persona of the energy source. You be the energy source.
Yes, I cannot wait to Miss Doges. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. I'm really looking forward to the creativity part.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, if we don't have anything else, then you guys are free to leave. Get to work. We'll be sending out the reminds and the updates of all the assignments today. It'll be by, pretty soon.
Yeah. And I sent it out before this because I wanted you to be able to look at it. So you have it in your remind. It's posted on the blog. I'll go back and post the energy source choices if you didn't choose yet. I'll put those up there and you can choose. So if you're good to go, you're free to fly. We'll see you next week. You have all week and the weekend to work.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Miss Nat, I have a question. Well, it's not really a question. It is a question.
Yes,
Okay,
Katie.
so all the assignments that we did on Flipgrid, have you put those in?
Yeah, for second period, yes.
Because for me, it says you didn't.
What does it say? Not graded?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I may need to go ahead and look at you guys' things. Now, all the videos are done for sure. But the other one, I'll go look through those for second period because maybe I didn't do second. I thought I did, but maybe not.
It says.
Are you in Synergy right now?
Yes, it says not graded.
Okay. Bye, Evelyn.
Bye, Evelyn. See you next
I'll
week.
do that today. I'll look at that as soon as we get off of here, Katie. Okay.
All right.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yep. Bye, Miss Ned.
Bye.
Oh yeah, and Corey, Yeah, oh my God, he's failing too, isn't he?
We can
Stop the recording, Ned. Stop the recording. You're like,
let me stop.